So was the anticipation and the wait worth it for Mugler's Alien Man Mirage? I have finally received it, and I also received Alien Mirage. Both of these are flankers to the original fragrances from Mugler. If you want to find out my thoughts on these two fragrances, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, these are finally out. I finally have them. It took a while for me to get them, but I have them. I've had them for a couple of weeks and I've been testing them out, and I'm going to tell you all about these two and if they are worth owning. But if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So this is the third flanker to Mugler's Alien Man series. This is the original Alien Man, this is Alien Man Fusion, and this is Alien Man Mirage. I'm going to tell you also about Alien Mirage, the ladies' Eau De Toilette version, and that's going to be more after I speak to you about Alien Man Mirage, so stay tuned for that. But this is a 2020 launch, although I think it was around released in Europe in 2019, so I guess this is 2019. 100 ml bottle was $78, and I did purchase these with a discount card. They had sent me a card, and I was trying to use that discount code. They wouldn't. It was going to save me 15% off, so basically I had to contact them, call them, and they assisted me with placing that order with the discount. So I did save 15% off on this, but suggested retail on Mugler's website is $78 for 100 ml. It is, as I said, an Eau De Toilette fragrance, and it's an woody aquatic fragrance. You can also call this an aquatic aromatic, because I find that it's got a lot of aromatic touches. And if you want to go watch my anticipation video about this, go check it out. So this is the latest flanker, as I said. This is the original, which I really do like. Not groundbreaking, but I do like. This is the second flanker, Fusion, which not worth it. And now we have the third flanker, Mirage. Definitely not worth it. In fact, if you compare these two, they're so similar. The only thing that's added to this is some like aquatic touches to it, and I think it's coming from the reed note, because what they credit for notes here is juniper, reed, leather, and patchouli. And reed is some kind of a herbal, grassy note. If you guys know the exact meaning of what a reed is, let me know. A few of you did comment when I did the anticipation video for this one. So for me, it's almost like, why bother with this when you have this? Because this in itself is very, very bitter and herbal and dry and sharp. Totally different. The sweetness is completely removed from this to this, and basically what they've done with the Mirage is added just some aquatic touches, and they've given you the same fragrance again, which I don't really need aquatic anyway, and it now is just made it even worse for me, because this was already a very disappointing flanker. I just thought that it was just very sharp and dry, and there's nothing sweet in there, and it just like it cuts through that kind of an experience when you smell it. Just the aromatic herbal notes with this one was just ultra sharp. And sometimes I like sharp fragrances and lots of aromatic notes and herbal notes, but here this just really cuts right through. As I said, this sharpness is extreme and very, very dry, and hardly any sweetness with this one. Plus there's I think I remember mentioning in the anticipation video for this, I did mention that there is something under that kind of smells like a very cheap men's designer fragrance, which I really, really did not like. Here, basically, as I said, they've given us that with lots of aquatic touches. So when I spray it, I basically get lots of that aromatic and herbal sharpness with a bunch of like aquatic touches. And as I said, they don't credit any aquatic notes, and I think it's coming from the reed, or maybe a combination of the different notes, juniper, reed, leather, and patchouli. That's what I pretty much get with this one. So it doesn't really satisfy me. It doesn't really satisfy my appreciation for Mugler. We've got not one, but three disappointing men's fragrances now. We've got Alien Man Fusion, Alien Man Ultimate, and now with the Alien Man Mirage, three very, very disappointing men's fragrances from Mugler, and I'm really, really disappointed with what they've done as far as men's fragrances go with this house. Really, there's nothing that I could really say good about this fragrance because I already have it. You've already just given me the same exact thing with some aquatic touches, so why bother, you know? I don't even like aquatic fragrances to begin with, especially when it goes really kind of fishy, because this one does go a bit fishy with the aquatic touches, not water, just fishy aquatic touches, and that kind of disappoints me with this fragrance. Even the bottle is kind of boring. I don't really care for the Mirage idea. I don't know where they got the Mirage idea to begin with, but for me, this is an ultra disappointing release. Have you guys tested this one yet? Do you like it? What are your thoughts about it? Like I said, it's been out in the UK for a while. Finally, it's out here. It is priced a little lower than normal. I feel like usually these are about $90 or $85 or $89. This is a little cheaper, $78. So basically your per mil price with tax, San Francisco sales tax, which is 8.75%, basically leaves this to you for about 84 cents per mil. So the pricing is not as bad as your typical designer fragrances these days, but still, it's not a fragrance that I really like, and I was really anticipating this fragrance. I thought, you know what, they were pretty good here, they messed it up here. I'm thinking they're not going to mess it up here. They're going to give us something really nice, but it's disappointing. So it's a limited edition fragrance, as I said here, or maybe I didn't say it yet, but it is a limited edition fragrance, and I was looking it up online to see if any retailers are selling it. I looked up Macy's, no. I looked up Saks, no. Bloomingdale's, no. Neiman Marcus, no. I couldn't think of anywhere else I could check. So Macy's didn't even have this, but Macy's did have the ladies version. So is it that bad that they've kind of like dismissed it, the buyers at the stores, because it doesn't smell that great? I mean, what are you guys doing, Mugler? What are you guys doing to give us some quality releases? This is just very disappointing, and the designers are not cutting it anymore. None of them are really like giving us anything quality. A lot of the designers are giving us some quality with their exclusive lineups and their private collections and things like that. But I mean, Mugler does have some great releases in their Less Exceptions collection as well, more niche styling offerings. But with their designer men's releases, I feel like they're much disappointing. In fact, they've just really gone down a path that is really disappointing. I feel like the whole Alien collection of men's fragrances was a little underwhelming to begin with. I mean, it was not a start with a bang. It was just underwhelming to start off with it. Even though I like the smell, I like the whole licoricey, anisey, fennel smell here, but they just amped up the fennel smell and made it really dry and sharp, really sharp and aromatic, and just doesn't cut it for me. This was not my favorite. Now this one is absolutely not my favorite. So I'm very disappointed with Mugler and what they're releasing, but hopefully we'll see what they come up with next, and maybe they will come up with something worth the smelling and wearing. I mean, I'm always going to smell what they release, but so far everything in the last 3 releases that they have had for men have been disappointing, as I said. Let me know if you guys have been experiencing this with the men's releases from Mugler as well. Do you enjoy them? Do you like these? I mean, I'm not trying to put Mugler down. In fact, Mugler used to be my favorite designer next to Dior, and I always thought that they had the greatest men's fragrances. They were very unique and really different than other designers. Didn't connect with, not connect, but they didn't like blend in with the other designers and smelling the same as the other designers. I felt like they were original, like Pure Malt was original, really beautiful, boozy, woody fragrance, Pure Havane. All those fragrances that they launched were really unique and very standout kind of fragrances compared to the other designers. But what they are giving us lately with these fragrances is just thumbs down for me. Anyway, that's the thoughts on Alien Man Mirage. Now, Alien Mirage, the ladies, because it's not called Alien Woman Mirage, it's just called Alien Mirage. This is also an Eau De Toilette. It retails for $84 and a 60 ml bottle. So with this one, you add $7.35 tax to the price with our sales tax here. It's $91.35. So the mil price, per mil price is a lot more here. It's $1.52 per mil compared to $84.82 per mil for the men's release. Both of these are Eau De Toilette, so I don't understand why this one is more expensive. But traditionally, I always thought that this series was all about jasmine. Here they don't credit jasmine. They have at the top notes pink pepper, in the heart notes mock orange, it's a flower with lotus, and with the base notes it's white amber and hinoki wood. This one actually is pretty solid. Not groundbreaking or anything, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells actually good. And I'm going to spray some on. But this one actually does smell like the jasmine, but it also smells like other flowers, other white flowers, and not as pungent as jasmine here. For me, I always felt like the Mirage series was, focusing on aquatic, because you're seeing you're having a mirage of a lake or a river or a pond or something. So I feel like these are definitely aquatic focused. And here with this one, it's not necessarily like aquatic. For me, this one here is more watery rather than like fishy seawater. This is an actual aquatic, I think, for me. It was smelling like the actual, like a pond where lilies or what do you call it, lotus flowers would be blooming and things like that. So in this point, they are doing pretty good with this one. But you know what? I also didn't mention that there is a minerally quality running through this one when I was wearing it a couple times. But it is all about white flowers after all. But again, it's not as pungent as jasmine would be. It's very, very soft and pillow soft, like a cloud. Like you're almost on a cloud and you're bouncing, very, very soft the way this one wears. It's pretty, actually. It's quite pretty. And it does have a base of hinoki wood and white amber. And white amber, for me, when they say white amber, I feel like the white amber is not like a gloppy, syrupy, honeyed amber. It's more like a softer, it's like strained through, and whatever is refined and left through there with the amber is what they're giving us. So there are ambery touches, but it's not like molasses, it's not like honey, it's not like syrup. It's more like really, really refined and clean and pure, kind of a amber experience with that hinoki wood. And hinoki wood to me smells a bit eucalyptusy, minty, kind of a woody note. I think it's a type of cypress tree from Japan. I could be wrong. Let me know if you guys know for sure. But I feel like there are slight touches of that kind of a note in here. But in the end result, I think it's a good flanker. It's not like a wow flanker, but I think it's definitely a solid flanker for the ladies. And again, it's not jasmine, but I feel like there are jasmine-like qualities in here. And that mock orange note, which is a type of a tree flower in here, does have like the jasmine-like qualities. But then again, it's not like in-your-face jasmine where it kind of turn you off. So it's almost like the jasmine in here, where I do experience jasmine-like qualities, is also kind of like purified and strained through. So basically you're left with the best of the flowers in here. Anyway, that's my thoughts on these two. I think this one's a little overpriced personally. $84 for a 60 ml. I guess that's the price point with the ladies Alien series. I think they're traditionally 60 mLs and then 100 mLs, I think. I'm not really 100% sure, but I didn't see a larger size with this one. I only saw a 60 ml, and then of course only 100 ml here. But these are limited edition, and perhaps if they don't do very well, they will run out. But I don't think this is going to do very well. I feel like this is just an utter disappointing fragrance release. It's like, what are they doing? Come on, guys, get with the program. Give us something great. Give us some EDPs. Give us an EDP of this. I would take it. I feel like if you give me an EDP with that one, I would definitely be into it. And with this one, I feel like there might be some fans of this one, but if you have the original Alien and you like it, this might be a little underwhelming for you. But then again, I think you might like it if you don't like the original, because the original can be a little pungent with that jasmine note. And here, as I said, there is that watery, like minerally quality, almost ozonic quality running through it, but it might satisfy somebody that's not into the heavier perfumes and something a little lighter and airier, softer and cloudier. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Alien Mirage and Alien Man Mirage. Guys, what are your thoughts on these two fragrances? Have you tried them? Are you a fan of the Alien series for men, Alien Man series, or are you a fan of the Alien series for women? Or are you a fan of Mugler? Let me know. What are your thoughts? What have you been buying lately? Have you been happy with your Mugler purchases? Let me know what you've bought or what you are a fan of so I can find out. And hoping that going forward after this particular release, I'm not even sure if Mugler has like moved on with Clarins and are with L'Oreal now, but when I did my customer service phone call, I think they did say Clarins, or something in the receipts that I received that did mention Clarins, so I think they're still with Clarins, and I thought they were moving on with Clarins earlier part of this year. And now that we're having the crisis, I don't know when the transfer will happen. But anyway, I'm hoping that in the future we will have something really, really solid and amazing, because as I said, the Alien Man series of fragrances has been very, very underwhelming. And it's to the point that not a lot of people talk about it. And usually, with the amount of time I've been in the fragrance community, I've seen a lot of people talk about Pure Malt, Pure Havane, and some of the other flankers in the Amen series, but I rarely see anybody talking about these two fragrances. So I doubt people are going to be talking about this one. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.